Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Chi-Chi.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Chi-Chi.
Morning, Bob.
Okay.
Morning, everyone.
Everybody.
Morning, Bob, Jill. Hi, Giovanna. Rainey, how are you?
Doing well.
We are streaming live on YouTube now. And we will begin shortly. Hi, Laura. Hi, Anthony, William, Catherine, Patty, Tara.
Hello.
Tara, right?
Hi, Anthony.
Really, either one is fine, really.
I think at Kadampa Center it's going to be Tara.
I will accept that. I will.
You say Sangha, I say Sangha.
Exactly.
Oh, Geshe-la is here, everyone.
Let's have a seat. Yeah, alhamdulillah, prayer.
Let's start with Shakyamuni Buddha's mantra 3 times.
Keep all the people in Ukraine in your mind.
Te ata mune mune maha munae soha. Te ata mune mune maha munae soha. Te ata mune mune maha munae soha. Now the Medicine Buddha, verse of praise and mantra. Bhagawan, with equal compassion for all, whose name, when merely heard, dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispeller of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha lapis light. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Teyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha. Teyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha. Teyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha. Teyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha. Now the four measurables. 3 times. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. Now the person prays the mantra for Chenrezig, Buddha of Great Compassion. Not veiled by any fault, white in color, whose head a perfect Buddha crowns in light, gazing compassionately at all beings. For you, Chenrezig, all-seeing one, I prostrate. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Now the verse of praise and mantra for Tara. Tare liberates from cyclic existence. Tutare liberates from all fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator, Mother Tara. Om tare tu re soha. 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 Om tare tu re soha.
Sanje Chodan Daki Chanamo Chanjo Pado Dane Dabe Chushi Jibe Sunam Dola Penje Sanje Romara Sanje Chodan Soje Chonam Chanjo Pado Dane Jabzoje Dabe Chushi Jibe Sunam Dola Penje Sanje Romara Sanje Chodan Soje Chonam Chanjo Pado Dagi Chushen Jibe Sunam Jiando La Pinja Sanjiando Malaysia 관계 도저히 예전에 따와 담제 범배자 담배 주는 뜻자 먹고 담자나 장세 good morning Kadamba Center. I'm not sure how many people there. Good morning Venerable Hamullah. Good morning Venerable Tente Lamu. Good morning Nicole. Good morning Michael. Good morning Catherine. Good morning Tara. Good morning Bob. Good morning Jill. Good morning Joanna. Good morning Arlene. Good morning Laura. Good morning Susie. Good morning Mary. Good morning Renee. Good morning Panditji Pati. Good morning Helen. Good morning Willem. Good morning March. Good morning Sandy. Good morning Linda. Good morning Meredith. Good morning Bodhisattva Patrick. Good morning David. Good morning Domasi. Good morning Barbara. Good morning David. Good morning Anthony. Good morning Neely. So good morning anybody watching on YouTube. Good morning and welcome back to Sunday Dharma. Yeah, God, well, Linda. Oh, yeah, Linda. Any questions?
Yes, we have a couple left over from last week, and they're kind of related.
Okay.
So the first one says, I'll put it in chat as well. We don't hear the word evil mentioned often in Buddhist teachings, but clearly it exists and causes much suffering, such as in Ukraine, Tibet, etc. What's the best antidote to it, and how do we practice it in the best way? And the second question is related to that as well. It's, regarding the war in Russia, or regarding the war Russia has waged on Ukraine, what practices are good to do to benefit all those suffering, those who are waging war, those who are being directly affected by the war, those who are being affected indirectly, such as those of us here in the US, and all living beings like the animals in the zoos, the wild animals, pets that are left behind, etc.
So now regarding to evil, so wow. So also in Buddhist texts, it does mention like de ke, doing ke. Even there's many rituals. De ke is obstacles. De I think it's like similar to I think evil, similar to evil. So now here we need to think about like physical part and mental part. So the evil is associated with which one, physical or mental? So anyway, so basically like how to say, the disturbing thought, or afflictions, or in Sanskrit, klesha, disturbing thought. Whether you consider as an evil or enemy, disturbing thought, and not that easy to eliminate, but doesn't mean it's impossible. It is very possible, step by step, little by little, that we are capable to control our disturbing thought. Is that the first question, Linda?
Yes, do you want me to? There's more to it. We don't hear the word evil mentioned often in Buddhist teachings, but clearly it exists and causes much suffering. What is the best antidote to it? And how do we practice it in the best way?
So, like, in my observations, so the evil is considered as like disturbing thought. Of course, generated by cause and condition. Condition refers to circumstance. Antidote, the meditation is the antidote. Meditation is the antidote. What do you say? Meditation is the antidote. Subdue, reduce, and minimize or eradicate disturbing thought. So meditations, gom top, nimochumas, gom top, gom, meditations, top means power, gom top, nimong, disturbing thought, like disturbing thought. Chung means little. So the power of the meditation must be minimized disturbing thought. So now think about, please, including myself, all of us, think about when we get jealous. What kind of antidote? Is part of the mind. It's not physical things. It's a part of the mind. When we get jealous, direct antidote for that is rejoice. Rejoice, direct antidote. Anger, direct antidote. Patience. No matter what, where, how, no matter how many ways, different ways that we describe, only antidote for anger is patience. No matter how many different ways we describe. So now the question, if we all agree, okay, the patience is the antidote for anger. So now the question is how we can practice patience, when we should practice patience, how to practice patience, when we should practice patience. There's two questions. So now each and every one of us needs to answer that. Is that easy? It's not easy. Nothing is easy. But like we must put effort, sake of your own happiness. Must put some effort. First, need to reflect on the downside of the evil thought, disturbing thought, downside. So now the question arises, are we sick of anger? Are we sick of jealousy? Are we sick of like pride? Are we? Are we afraid of anger? Are we afraid of jealousy? Are we afraid of pride? These are the questions, very important questions that each and every one of us to ask ourselves. Are we afraid? Okay, this kind of question needs to be asked. So now you clearly now your understanding of the Four Noble Truth is getting a little bit better, because Four Noble Truth, first truth is truth of suffering. Don't think that, oh, Buddhists only talk about suffering. Oh, it's kind of, it doesn't mean there's nothing to talk. There's so much to talk. Why Buddha, after 49 days after he was enlightened, why he decided to teach Four Noble Truth. And among those Four Noble Truth, first truth is like truth of suffering. Why? It's so important. Buddha got kind of like, yeah, so basically you get sick of suffering. You get sick of suffering. You get tired. You get not just tired, very tired of suffering. What do? What's the benefit of getting so tired, so fed up, so sick of the suffering? What do? You look for way out. You look from freedom from that suffering, that very suffering that you are so tired, so long, so tired, so fed up, so sick. What do? You look for way out. Now you are wondering whether there's a way out or not. So then you try to analyze. That is meditations. You try to analyze, is there a way out? And how one can get out, how? So now, then the second, then you analyze whether that very pain or suffering that you are very fed up, you analyze whether that has cause or not. Or it just happened. It just happened. And you are just unfortunate, it just happened to you. Or it just caused by something. Then you are analyzing, you are kind of like now start to diagnose. Diagnose? How you say diagnose?
That's right. Diagnose.
Yeah, you are trying to diagnose. Diagnose. Yeah, you just want to know cause. You just want to know cause. Same thing, when you have some physical problems, what do? You go to see the doctor, hoping the doctor will diagnose the source. So once you identify the source, then antidote, medicine will prescribe. So the medicine, then what we do, then doctor prescribe the medicine with prescriptions. So then, say one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the evening, or maybe once a day, before meal, after meal, or because you are so tired of living with this pain, you just want to get rid of that pain. And you follow very seriously instructions that's given by your doctors. So then you take prescriptions, and probably the nurse will help explain to you whatever way the nurse helps. That helps. Between medicine, doctor who diagnose, the doctor who has the experience, and especially if you have faith in the doctor, that also helps, you know. So then the nurse, that's how you heal physical difficulties. Similarly, here, you know, as a Buddhist path, you consider Shakyamuni Buddha is like physicians. And, you know, so then the teachings is like medicines, such as how to deal with anger when you have issue with anger, when you are very tired of anger, when you're fed up with anger, so the how to overcome the anger. So there's actual medicines called teachings. So then all the, you know, here we are, you are talking to your friends, people are having discussion group at the center. These are all like nurse, it's like nurse. And especially monks and nuns, you know, so that's what they do, they explain, they try to help you, they try to guide you into the meditations. That's how you overcome, you know, from like evil thought, whether you call evil or disturbing thought or klesha or like afflictions, doesn't matter whatever label you give. But the point is now how to overcome. Oh, so now we are not 100% sick of anger. No, we are not 100% tired of anger. We are not 100% fed up with anger. So that's why we are not seeking very seriously way out. What do you say? What do you think? So there's the antidote, meditation. Meditation is the antidote, okay? Then meditations, there's like review meditations, means reminding yourself, antidote of anger, which here is the patience, how to practice patience, or remind yourself on daily basis, There's meditations. And temporary benefit of that meditation is you will have less anger. Eventually you have less and less anger. Temporary benefit, ultimate benefit, you will be free from anger. That's the ultimate benefit, that's the goal. And same jealousy, pride, all of that. So one of the Kadamba masters said, so just think about that. Dani dagi guinj, Dani, you yourself is the boss. You yourself is the boss. And you yourself is the enemy. So now think about that. There's two statements. Think about it. Dani dagi guinj. If you don't put any effort, who will become the boss? Who will? Then you are your own enemy. So that means, that means I've been saying many times, we have moral responsibility to free ourselves from evil thought, from evil thought. We have moral responsibilities. So first we need to take care of ourselves. So then after that, maybe close one, love one. So then expand distant relatives, all of that. Then slowly expand to the strangers. Then slowly expand to the enemies. Then hoping it will become universal. Your love will become universal. Your compassion will become universal. Your altruistic attitude become universal. That's hope. That's how you expand. It starts from here, from yourself. So these are the meditation is the antidote. Okay, meditation is the antidote. So now, see all the. I was also very heartbroken since that more than 2 weeks ago, when the war started. Seeing innocent people just simply like their lives been like vanished, and especially the children. It's kind of heartbreaking. But practically, you are 1,000 miles away from death. Physically, not you are affected, but mentally, you are very much affected. So now, right away, what you can do, you can, prayer. I think prayer. A lot of people have, including myself, have hard time how the prayer will work, and somehow it will benefit if hundreds of thousands of people simultaneously praying. That means the energy that generated by this thought, all the people at the same time focusing on the same message and trying to do from the heart. So that create, positive energies. So that energy somehow have positive impact. If you ask proof, that's hard to prove. Not to prove. So probably people feel, so we have in the Kadamba Center, we have prayer list. And whenever we hear someone's getting sick, losing their job, we put in their prayer list. And I heard a number of occasions, people said they felt that we are praying for them. They felt. How you explain? How you can prove? There's really nothing to prove. So the people felt. That means what they felt is energy. amount of energy we send it towards their way, sincerely, genuinely, with compassion, loving kindness, care, so that energy people do feel. So hope for the best, so so then we pray. That's immediately what we can do. I've been praying every day, like if I'm praying, so then I would request all the people who come to the class, and I request them to pray. When you pray, when you recite Dharma mantra, change the compassion mantra, just visualize sky above Ukraine, and the nectar falls down and like ease there, all the sufferings and like misunderstanding, and like leaders, who like executed this war against other human beings may be completely delusional, living in delusionals. So then hope that they'll be free from their delusional thought and like gain more wisdom according to reality, and see reality clearly than just blindly clinging so tightly on their own agenda, Yeah, also you mentioned like Tibet, that when Chinese invade Tibet, there's millions of people died. At that time, unfortunately, not much help at all, not much help, so like hundreds of thousands of monasteries have been destroyed, monks and nuns forced to get married, almost like hell happened on the earth, something like that. And a lot of starvations, that probably is too far, not much attention been received, but people, it's not just 1,000, 2,000, just millions of people died, So as a Tibetan, are you depressed? No. Then how you look at the situation? We look at the situation from broader pictures. Everything that's happening must have reason. Must have reasons. So, so I think Buddha's teachings greatly benefited how Tibetan people view that event. Event was a very horrible one, and how they look at that event from the broader pictures. And of course, fortunately, our leader, His Holiness Dalai Lama, always preach peace, peaceful approach, and very much emphasize not just Tibetan, all over the world, embrace compassion, loving kindness, always preaching about, focus on human natures. That probably, because Tibetan culture is deeply rooted in Buddhism, so it probably greatly contributed. That doesn't mean that there's no pain. There's pain, but a different way of dealing with the pain. Doesn't mean there's no remorse. What happened almost now 65 years ago in our generations, or in 1949 or 50. During that time, probably some of you never heard what's happened in Tibet, but people, hundreds of thousands of people are dying there, but you are probably not aware, and maybe there's no means to communicate. It's totally different than nowadays, totally different. Every second, every minute, you see something, you hear something. That time, people usually don't hear it much. So anyway, these are all due to, it's kind of complicated. Let's put it that way. It's kind of complicated. So the blaming here, blaming there is not going to end. So the bottom line is a lack of altruistic attitude, and lack of important wisdom. There's another thing that I've been saying. If all of us, including all the world leaders, all the people, if all of us, if we think just forget about now, there's too much, every human on this planet, what they're looking for happiness. they're looking for something good. That's why they're moving here, moving from North Carolina to New York to North Carolina. So they're moving different, they're moving from here to Mexico, then moving to Cancun, Costa Rica, what they're looking for. We are all looking for something, some relief, some looking for something good, hoping there's nothing wrong. But if each and every human being recognize that, that helps. So otherwise, you just blindly grip so tightly on your own agenda, I'm not sure based on history or based on what, and completely forget the human suffering. So there's no good. It will come back to you. It will hunt you, come back to you. So we look different, we speak different language, we have different cultures, different way of life. Fundamentally, when it's come down to seeking happiness and avoiding suffering, in that level, we are all equal, same, there's no difference. Now question is, are we aware? Are we aware? The question is, so what else I can say? There's nothing much to say. Every problem has solutions. Now why we are still continuously suffering? Maybe you are not serious about freedom from suffering. You are not very serious. Maybe you have just idea, maybe you are thinking, not like when something goes wrong, then you are thinking. If nothing goes wrong, then you are not thinking. Not like that. Every day you are thinking. Every day, if you are not thinking how overcome from suffering, then you are not serious. If you are not serious, then you are not serious. So, so then once a while thinking, oh, here, there once a while, that's not to reach like the moksha or free liberations. If you are serious, so that's why we are trying so hard to remind ourselves every day, either to review meditation, analytical meditations, reciting prayer, mantra, trying to remind us importance of compassion, importance of altruistic attitude, importance of the well-being of other living beings, and all of that. Every day remind yourself. Then it's getting better. Slowly, it's getting better and better. There's no what you call like silver bullet. Unfortunately, there's no silver bullet. It's like need effort. Effort. So as I said before, first you have to see the benefit. If you don't see the benefit, then there will be no interest. If there's no interest, there will be no effort. If there's no effort, there will be no result. These four things is critical. First, you have to see the benefit. What is the benefit? Reminding myself every day, what's the benefit? Oh, I do feel benefit here, there, do feel benefit. So now I'm more aware, not just hear, not just see. I'm more aware of what I see. I'm more aware of what I hear. Before I just hear, I'm not aware, I just hear. And if you're not aware, then like I say, you see the benefit of that, reminding yourself in daily basis. So then you learn sometimes it's important to, I say, important to, my English is not like your English. It doesn't come fluently. So like some case I have to memorize what I see. I have to memorize. Like what I memorize Buddhist text, I'm very good at memorizing. Sometimes when I see something, I have to memorize. I can't just say exactly the way you can say. Yesterday I've been reading something. Sometimes it like, see, there shows like line of match, line of match. So it's kind of only lit up at the beginning of the match, and the between there one match is out. Underneath there it says like sometimes you need to check. Do anybody remember seeing that? Huh? Can you say what it says? It's not from me. It's from like somebody else. I'm not sure. Do anybody remember what it says in the message? It says it begins with sometime you sit, sometime you take a time, sit back, save everyone else. Does it make sense? Huh? Sometimes you take a time, sit back.
Time out.
Huh?
Time out.
Time off. Anyway, sometimes the point of the message is sometimes you have to withdraw. Don't get very much involved into the drama that's happening. Sometimes you need to sit back, pull out of the drama for sake of saving everyone else. Oh, so I'm not sure. That's all I can say in my English. That's all I can say. So, but you can look up. There's a bunch of match there together. Anyway, so so then you are going to be more aware of what you see, not just see. You are aware of seeing, not just hear. You are being aware of what you are hearing. Oh, so that means you are taking your time. Okay, so there's the temporary benefit, reminding yourself all the time. Something might happen, something that happened in the kitchen, in your house, environment where you live, something that happened you don't like. You don't react right away because you are reminding yourself all the time. You are reminding yourself all the time what is important. So now you are aware of what you're seeing that you don't like, what you're seeing, and you start to analyze. You don't react right away. You start to analyze. Why that happened? Why it didn't happen like before? Before you are not reminding yourself. Now you are reminding yourself all the time, and you are aware. You're aware whether there's like meetings happening in the meetings. You're very aware of what your ego is trying to do. You're very aware of your ego. You're very aware of environment, circumstance. You're very aware of the goal of the meetings. What is the purpose of the meetings? So make sure that your ego doesn't, take over. Make sure there's always that you have peace in your mind and you're looking the best of the best. You are looking, observing the conversations, what's happening, observing that out of compassion, out of deeper understanding all these people looking for happiness. The best, be part of that. It's not restrain becoming obstacles. If you become obstacle for what they're looking for, there's no benefit. For you, there's no benefit at all. But your ego thinks, oh, there's benefit. Ignorance. It's ignorance. There's no benefit. There's no benefit. Because we have been doing this, in my case, last 50 years. What's the result? There's no result. No result. So we have to be very mindful. Oh, otherwise, the ego is very tricky thing, very tricky. Ego is very tricky things. Top of that, we don't rule our mind. Our minds rule us. We didn't learn how to rule our mind. We are learning. We are learning slowly. We are learning how to rule our mind. At the moment, you are very much ruled by your mind. If that mind leads by ego, there will be no good outcome, even though your ego believes that's ignorance. So that's what I'm saying. You're being aware. You're being aware. Not just see, being aware of what you're seeing, being aware of what you're hearing, being aware of what's happening within your environment, what's happening. You are being aware. And that allows you to not react right away. And you sit back, breathe, and take your time. You're analyzing. You're analyzing the situation thoroughly, precisely calculating outcome. What's the outcome? Outcome. Oh. Based on realizations, deeper understanding, every person here looking for, every person here like to be loved, like to be respected. Based on that understanding, then precisely calculating what's the outcome going to be. So then that means you are not giving much chance to your ego to rule. And you are allowing your compassion, your kindness. We do have compassion. We do have kindness. You're trying to nurturing your kindness, compassion, giving them more opportunity to guide. So then, tumba dewa, harmony creates happiness. Harmony within the friend, within the community, within the group, within the meeting, create goodness. Energy, they create the goodness, okay? Oh, so that's all I'm going to say. Today,
What word did you say? What word did you say? Or you said harmony. What word did you say?
harmony,
No, what was the Buddhist word you said?
tumba, it sounds like noodle, but it's not noodle.
Okay.
It sounds like it sounds like noodle.
Okay.
Tukpa,
Thank you.
tukpa is noodle in Tibetan word. Tukpa and tumpa sound similar, but this first one is like harmony. It's not a noodle. It's not noodle.
Okay.
Tumpa.
No.
Oh yeah. So make sure that people don't eat noodles.
Yeah,
No.
We don't confuse that.
For sake of harmony. So that's not good. Oh, Gishikila said, eat noodles, then there'll be harmony. So that's not good.
Thank you.
So at the moment, every day we pray. We pray the world will end sooner than later. And like the leader, they are going to see the reality clearly than like living with delusional thought. You know? So yeah, so make sure that your mind don't get disturbed. You know, make sure that you, like when you see something horrible there, like it's just heartbreaking, but immediately if you say prayer, it benefits you, it benefits them. You know, if you get just angry, if you just get angry, nobody gets benefit. You know, that's why anger. That's why what's happening there is driven by anger. So you are here watching news, get angry. It doesn't do good. So, very, very unfortunately, many occasions in our individual life, we believe expressing anger will get something. You know, you express anger, you just go out of your mind and you'll get what you want. That's not true, isn't it? That's not true. Sometimes you go to the airport, something happens, there's a lot of snow on the airport, flights cannot take off. all the passengers are stranded all over the airport, and you see that you are sitting in the line, and line before you, there's few people that are screaming, yelling. When you look at the people who are walking at the airport, the desks on the airport, when you look at their face, it doesn't look like they're happy. They're happy. If they are not happy, they are not probably willing to help you. If you are threatening them, if you are like yelling at them, we all have issues. We are, it's hard. It's very hard unless you are bodhisattva. It's very hard if somebody is screaming in front of your face. It's very hard to show kindness, compassion. It's hard. It's hard. In the end, we are all human. So you see the airport, like people are kind of screaming, yelling. They say, "Oh, we have to get there on the time. So why there's no ticket?" Goes on and on. At the end, nothing happens. If you say, so sometimes saying nothing, you get help. You get just help people. They feel like, why this person not say anything? Why this person, the same problem, this person also had, same problem, why this person not say? More likely, you'll get help that people kind of show. That's like not written in the book, Lamrim book, it just happened in the airport, So that's what I'm saying, the temporary benefit, it really helps you to, it kind of creates the opportunity for you to observe the whole situation with calm mind and precisely calculating what kind of outcome is going to bring. If you scream, then you are fully aware of that. And you are not going to go there because there will be no good outcome. So then there's no benefit for yourself, then why you do? But egos really believe, shout, scream, call name, whatever, When you are doing that, you are not happy. If you're happy, you will never do. You will never scream. If you're happy, you will never scream. You will never shout. If you're happy, there's nothing to do with the religion. If you're happy, you don't shout, you don't scream. You only shout and you scream when you are not happy. And when you are doing it, you are more unhappy. That's why I'm saying that we need to precisely calculate the outcome. So then based on that, and you decide, it's your choice. How you're going to approach, it's your choice. It's your choice. Sake of your own happiness, your choice. So now eventually you realize that I should not, no matter what kind of circumstance, I should not never ever give any chance for my disturbing thought to rise. I will try all my best. That's the best thing to do. For you, for others, that's the best thing to do. That's the best thing to do. From now on, I will try to be aware that I will try all my best not to give any opportunity to my ego to generate disturbing thought. Save my own happiness. That's the best thing to do. Then if you are not saying prayer, absolutely fine. Or if you are not believing in anything, absolutely fine. Your life will be much easier because you are being aware, you are being mindful, you are being aware what you say, how you look, what other people say, what other people look at you. You are being aware of not just seeing, hearing, you are just being aware of seeing, aware of hearing. Oh, so then that's the way to go, okay? Then I think that's pretty much it. Time over?
Almost. Yeah, so a couple of people shared some videos about what you may have been meaning about the matches. Like there's a whole bunch of matches lined up, and if one match steps back, then the flame won't spread to the rest.
No.
Is that what you were talking about with the matches?
The same image, probably different message.
Okay.
So the next time I'll make sure that I will memorize, probably I will repeat that sentence 100 times with my mala. So maybe I'll remember. So right now, I don't remember entire sentence, you know. So,
Okay.
Did it? Yeah, pray. We just pray. Okay, just pray for the good outcome, and the world be ended sooner than later. People come, the leader come out of ignorance sooner than later. We pray. So then, if there's any opportunity to rise, to do something, like voluntaries, donate, donations, so then we do. Okay. Everything that began will end. It's the nature. It's never going to be endless. Everything that began will end. Everything that will grow, it will eventually, so like the season, spring, everything grow, winter time, all the leaf falls down. It doesn't mean at the end, it will come back. It's like cycle, unfortunately, that civilization go through, because not, even though called civilized, now doesn't, when you look at the world, doesn't seem like civilized. And just pray, okay, just pray. So then you, at least you feel like you're doing something, then nothing, just thinking negative. That's not the best. Thinking something negative, doing nothing, maybe thinking something negative, doing something positive, at least you feel like you participated, It's not just this war, for any circumstance. Thinking something negative, doing nothing, that's not good things. Thinking something negative, doing something positive, then that's the good thing. That's a good thing. Then there's some benefit coming out of thinking something negative. Thinking something about negative. Sorry, maybe English is that. How you say? Thinking negative or thinking about negative, is it different?
Yes, thinking about negative is different.
Okay.
Because you don't want to think negative, but
Exactly,
thinking
right,
about
right.
negative.
Yeah. So that's, I'm worried. Thinking about, thinking about suffering. I said, if there's no benefit, don't think about suffering. Don't think about suffering. Why you think about suffering? Because there's no benefit. If there's a benefit, thinking about suffering, if there's a benefit, so then thinking about suffering out of positive mind, is that possible? Well, my friend, is that possible? Is that possible? Thinking about suffering out of positive mindset, is that possible?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Thinking about suffering out of positive mindset.
Wouldn't that be a form of compassion?
Yeah, probably deeper level, there has to be compassion. Deeper level, not in the country, what is not country? Not in the surface level, not in the country, maybe different thought, but deep down, there has to be compassion, Does it make sense, like thinking about suffering out of positive mindset? Thinking about suffering out of negative mindset, our choice.
That's not compassionate.
Exactly, that's not compassion. So we, as a human, or my friend here, we don't have to think about suffering. We don't have to think about suffering. If nothing positive come out about thinking about suffering, how something positive come out about thinking about suffering? Yes, if you think about suffering out of positive mindset, something positive will come out. Is there too time to analyze? Thinking about suffering out of negative mind, zero benefit. Therefore, you should not think about suffering at all. You just think about happiness. How to do? The question is how to do. Can you tell me how to do? Just think about happiness? Yeah, we are thinking, so you make choice, or thinking something good, or thinking something bad. You know, we do think that you can't stop. You can't stop that. You know, mind's going to think. So now you face choice. Every day you face choice. What do you choose? Yeah, this life is not perfect. It's not just your life. Everybody. Why is not perfect? Oh, this human very life that you have come with a package. Need to be aware. Everything that package is not something. Everything that in the package. That's why this life is not perfect. That was expected. It's not shock. It's not surprise. That was expected. Now the question is, are you expected? That whatever that in the package, are you expected? Do you admit? Do you accept? If not, lot of unnecessary stress, anxiety, fear generated out of nothing or not good reason. So we talk about perfection, nothing wrong, but ultimately, unless you are liberated, there's no perfection. Everybody makes mistake. So now how I should think about my mistake? Or maybe I did something horrible. I said like something harsh word. I looked down, I called somebody's name, I looked down. What we do? We replay that part of the history again and again, out of negative mind. Is that true? So that's what I'm saying. Not positive comes out thinking about suffering, your wrongdoing. No benefit at all, no benefit. Why you do? No benefit. At the same time that you realize your life, not everybody else's life, is not perfect. Make mistake, overall mistake, physical mistake, mental mistake. So then how I can erase the memory you remember. Yes, we all remember. Now the question is, each time when you remember, is there pain? Is it the same level of pain that you used to experience, or now it's a little bit different? If there's a little bit difference, the memory will be there. When you remember, the pain, the heaviness of the feeling is now lighter. If it's lighter, maybe you are doing something good. If you are remaining the same thing, probably you're not doing the things that you are supposed to do to ease that feeling. How? That's why I'm asking you a question. Is it possible to think about something about the suffering out of positive mindset? Is that possible? I'm not just curious, I'm really sincerely from the bottom of my heart, I'm asking all of you, is that possible?
Yes.
Mm.
If we think about our suffering from a negative place, or think of things we've done in the past out of negativity, that's guilt. But if we think about it out of regret, then we can change.
See, that's wonderful. There's no, so we all, if you can't think about all living beings, well-being, all living beings, just think of your own happiness. Just think of your own happiness, So then letting go, that's otherwise we are having so hard time forgiving ourselves. Why are you having so hard time forgiving yourself? You don't believe? You don't believe you can change. You don't believe you can change. You don't believe you can change. What you believe that your action and you are one. Then of course I don't blame them. It's hard to have any hope. That's what you believe. Your action and you are one. Then like how you can have hope? Oh. So that's very good. That's when like thinking about suffering out of positive mindset. That kind of like sums up how to clean your conscience.
Consciousness. Conscience.
Yeah, I'm having a very hard time. Probably I don't think I can learn how to pronounce that word in this life. Maybe need to wait rebirth in America next life. Probably.
It's a hard word. Geshe-la, we are out of time. And today was when we were going to start doing the practices.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, thank you for reminding me. So thank you very much, all of you. So coming here on Sunday, every Sunday, even though you have zillions things to do, you come here to listen this nonsense. So for some of you have been like listening this almost now 21 years. So so now and see you next Sunday. So anybody who want to like stay around, I'm going to lead guide medicine Buddha practice here, meditations. And you are welcome to stay or you are welcome to leave. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll take a 5 minute break, or 5 minute or 2-3 minute break. Okay. Thank you.
Geshe-la, should we do the prayers at the end of class now or at the end of the?
Some people will not be here, so you just please go ahead and do the dedications.
Okay.
So then, Linda, after that, maybe like 2 minutes, break. So then come back, right?
Okay. Sounds good.
May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with the mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness, and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Now the long life prayers. First for His Holiness, in the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good, all powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. One for Khyentse Rinpoche, Jitsen Losang Dalek, the one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Awatade, the one with great precision who spread the teachings, Lama Tsokapa and Listen Void, Lama ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. And the long life prayer for Sopa Rinpoche. You uphold the subduers more way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, savior of myself and others, your disciples, please live long. Of course, and also the Dharma mantras for Geshe-la and Geshe Sampo. Om Taritu Re Soha. Om Taritu Re Soha. Om Taritu Re Soha. Om Taritu Re Soha. Om tare tu re so ha. Om tare tu re so ha. Om tare tu re so ha.
Thank you, Lamala. So we'll take a 2-minute break, come back here at 11:41 if you want to stay for the medicine Buddha practice. Hi, Geshe-la. We're on our 2-minute break.
Okay, just go. I'm not sure like what happened to my photo.
Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
But I'm not sure like where's my photo? Just go.
You should be.
I did something, so. Oh yeah, here.
You got it?
Yeah. So this is like meditation, okay? Not necessarily practice, meditations combined with the meditations. Buddhist version of healing meditations, or you could say healing yoga. Yoga simply means practice, okay? Healing yoga, meditation. Please sit comfortably, visualize on top of your crown. Say crown? What crown means? Okay, I'll go. Visualize top of your crown. Healing energy, form of medicine Buddha. Healing energy, form of medicine Buddha. Just to get the glimpse, even though you don't get a very clear picture, if you get image second, that's good. Like just visualize. Oh, very good here. Form of light, okay. Visualize on your crown, healing energy in the form of medicine Buddha. And you can look at the image, then I'll guide it. I'll guide. color dark blue, bright. Right hand, you can look at the image, okay? It's already in the screen, okay? Right hand, supreme giving hand gestures. From now on, whenever you hear supreme giving hand gestures, that's what it's going to look like. That's called the name of the mudra, supreme giving hand gestures, or hand mudra. Holding a medicinal plant. Left hand, meditative mudra, holding a ball. Filled with amrita or nectar. The bowl is filled with amrita, particularly medicinal amrita. The bowl is filled with medicinal amrita. On top of that, another healing Buddha, red color. Same hand mudra, right hand supreme giving, left hand meditative position. Red color, another form of healing energy. Red color appear as a Buddha, okay, medicine Buddha. Top of that, another healing energies appear as a Buddha, medicine Buddha. Color, here is just white, but it actually it's like a combination of white and red. The color is like a combination of red, white, red and white. Hand mudra, teaching mudra. That's what I usually do, teaching mudra. Trying to teach it. Top of that, another medicine Buddha, marcha. Yeah, so that like faded red, it's not bright red, faded red. Meditative hand mudra, exactly when you meditate. Top of that, another form of medicine Buddha, yellow color, hand mudra, teaching mudra. Top of the another medicine Buddha yellow, right hand supreme giving hand gesture. Top of that yellow, another yellow, the last three ones all in yellow color. Right hand mudra is like giving protections, called mudras, giving protections. Left hand meditative positions. Okay. These are all the healing energies appear into form of medicine Buddha and the form of light. And usually, according to the practice, the very short practice, you start to recite the name of each medicine Buddha from the top, 3 or 7, then the very fast one that dissolve into the next one. Then you say the name 7 times or 3 times, then dissolve that one, next one. Then you say the next Buddha's name, medicine Buddha's name 3 or 7 times, then dissolve. Then even it all dissolve into the medicine Buddha, the very medicine Buddha, and the fast you visualize on your crown. And all of them dissolve one by one. So now that medicine Buddha itself is the like combination of all the healing energy. Yeah, then if you receive medicine Buddha initiations, so then you can dissolve that medicine Buddha through your crown and through your central chakra. So then you yourself rise as a medicine Buddha. Then you need to visualize central heart of your around your heart, the medicine Buddha mantra around your heart chakra. Visualize. The when medicine Buddha dissolve into yourself. So then just imagine purify all the sicknesses. Or you can also, if you want to be very specific, then you can visualize all the sickness or illness, form of like blood pus coming out of every pore of your body and going down underneath the ground, thousand miles underneath the ground. And probably went into Yama's mouth, Yama's wide opening mouth goes into there and completely satisfied, then close the mouth. Okay. So then light, the healing energy irradiate from the mantra while you recite the mantra. So now in this case, you can visualize your friend, people who whom you know, they're going through physical health issues, health problems. You can visualize them around you. And you can visualize, same time you can visualize the light radiate from the medicine Buddha mantras. So then touch them and purify. So then if you don't have initiation, so then you can keep the visualizations on your crown and the nectar continually as flow like laser beam, purify, or like increase the healing energy that you possess, increase that healing energies, so then heal all the physical problems, all the disturbing thought, completely purify them. Okay. So now we recite medicine Buddha mantra, the short one, and please visualize nectar continuously flowing down all the way from tip of your toe to all the way up to your crown, completely fill your body and purify. Or heal, or boost your healing energies. So now we recite our medicine Buddha mantra. Medicine Buddha mantra. Teyata Om Bekatse Bekatse Maham Bekatse Bekatse Ranza Samukate Soha. Teyata Om Bekatse Bekatse Maha Bekatse Bekatse Ranza Samukate Soha. Teyata Om Bekatse Bekatse Maha Bekatse Bekatse Ranza Samukate Soha. Teyata Om Bekatse Bekatse Maha Bekatse Bekatse Ranza Samukate Soha. Teyata Om Bekatse Bekatse Maha Bekatse Bekatse Ranza Samukate Soha. Remember, nectar continuously flowing down, filling up your entire body from toe to all the way up to the crown, completely purify all the physical sicknesses, mental difficulty, completely purify. Comes out of every pore of your body, comes out, goes down underneath the ground. Then went into the mouth of Yama, completely satisfied. Teyata Om Bekatse Bekatse Maha Bekatse Bekatse Ranza Samukate Soha. Teyata Om Bekatse Bekatse Maha Bekatse Bekatse Ranza Samukate Soha. Teyata Om Bekatse Bekatse Maha Bekatse Bekatse Ranza Samukate Soha. Teyata Om Bekatse Bekatse Maha Bekatse Bekatse Ranza Samukate Soha. Teyata Om Bekatse Bekatse Maha Bekatse Bekatse Ranza Samukate Soha. Again, please think about your healing energy being boosted. Your entire body is like filled with the constant flowing of nectars from the medicine Buddha's bowl, or Amrita, medicine Amrita, flowing from medicine Buddha's, filling up your body from toe to all the way up to head, completely purify all the physical sicknesses and mental difficulties, comes out of every single pore from your body, goes down on the ground thousands of feet and went into the Yama's mouth, satisfied. Teata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha Teata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha. Again, refresh your visualizations. Medicinal nectars continuously flowing from Medicine Buddha, filling up all the way from tip of the toe, all the way up to your head, crown, completely purify all the sicknesses, form of blood and pulse, mental difficulties, form of like dark liquid and smoke, comes out of every single pore of your body, goes down underneath your ground, thousands of feet, went into the mouth of Yama, satisfied. Your body become like crystal clear and transform into form of light. Your body become like crystal clear, like glass that's been just washed, thoroughly, like that, form of light. Deyata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha. Deyata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha. Deyata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha. Deyata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha. Deyata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha. Deyata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha. Deyata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha. Deyata Om Bekate Bekate Maha Bekate Bekate Ranza Samugate Soha. Again, medicinal nectars continuously flowing from Medicine Buddha, filling up your entire body from throat all the way up to head. Purify all the disturbing thought and negative karma, form of black smoke and black liquid. All the disease is form of like blood and pulse. All the obstacles, so the form of undesirable object, comes out of every single pore of your body, goes down underneath the ground, thousands of feet, goes into the mouth of Yama, completely satisfied. Your body become glass, the crystal glass that's just been totally washed, become like that in a form of light. And completely heal, completely heal. Deya tha om bekaze, bekaze, maha bekaze, bekaze, ranza samukate soha. Deya tha om bekaze, bekaze, maha bekaze, bekaze, ranza samukate soha. Deya tha om bekaze, bekaze, maha bekaze, bekaze, ranza samukate soha. Deya tha om bekaze, bekaze, maha bekaze, bekaze, ranza samukate soha. Deya tha om bekaze, bekaze, maha bekaze, bekaze, ranza samukate soha. Deya tha om bekaze, bekaze, maha bekaze, bekaze, ranza samukate soha. Deya tha om bekaze, bekaze, maha bekaze, bekaze, ranza samukate soha. Again, refresh your visualizations. Medicinal nectar continuously flowing through your crown chakra. Fill up your entire body from toe to all the way up to head. Purify negative karma, distorted thoughts, form of black smoke, the black liquid, or the disease, form of pus and blood, all the obstacles, form of undesirable object, comes out of every single pore of your body, goes down underneath the ground, thousands of feet, went into the mouth of Yama, completely satisfied. Your body become crystal clear glass that's just been washed thoroughly in the form of light, and your immune system are boosted, the healing energy has been increased, and become free from disease. Oh yeah, so that's all. So maybe do one more time next Sunday. So then next Sunday maybe Venerable Hamala will bring up the medicine Buddha's name, each medicine Buddha's name. So then we will say this, we'll say this 7 times, visualize the dissolve, very fast one, fast 3 yellow color, first one dissolve, the second one dissolve, and we do go through that visualizations with the recitation of the names of the each medicine Buddha. Okay, so then this practice is like put it together by one of the great, Gelupa master, great yogi, Dhamma Banza, founder of the Mahamudra teaching in Gelup traditions, great master, Dhamma Banza. So then summarized by another master called Dhamma Bada, not Benza. First one is called Dhamma Banza. Also, second Lama, Muju Dhamma Banda, he's the one who put it, who summarized in very short text. So I myself, trying to do these meditations, every day, do these meditations. So now remember by heart do the meditation every day, then thinking about all the people whom ask me to pray for their health. So I try to visualize them around me. So then I do like daily basis. I do this prayer meditation daily basis. So hopefully I'm hoping that you will learn. This is very short. Hopefully that you will learn, so then you can do these meditations at your home by yourself. Okay, I believe probably there will be a lot of benefit. For the sake of the history, this is like taught by Mushu Dhamma Banza, one of the master who like greatly contributed Mahamudra teaching in the Gelugpa traditions. So then one of his students, Dhamma Banda, put it together in a very short text for his own sake of why he put this short text together for his practice, That means he do this practice. So he wrote this text, he put this text, very short text together for his own meditations. So that's what we're learning here. So then also, we can benefit, okay? So maybe next Sunday, so I'll promise that we stop on 11:30. So then 2 minutes today, it went quite off the time. So then do one more time with the meditation for the name. So then next time, Tara meditation. So then, I will lead a few meditations that I myself do every day. So then eventually you don't need books, you just meditate. You don't need books because it remember by heart. So that's the best. Okay. Well, thank you very much for sticking around. So I'll see you next Sunday.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Geshe-la.
Have a wonderful
you.
Sunday.
Thank you.
Geshe-la.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, each and every one of you. Have a wonderful Sunday.
Thanks, Krishna.
Thank